If you're someone who dreams of becoming financially strong, having a high income, fewer debts, and giving yourself, your family, and your children a decent and stable life, then this book is absolutely for you. In this video, we're going to explain lesson 1 out of the 6 lessons that Robert Kiyosaki learned from his rich dad, lessons that eventually helped him become one of the wealthy people we know today. This is a breakdown of the first lesson from the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by the incredible author Robert Kiyosaki. So grab yourself a really good cup of coffee or any drink you enjoy and focus with me, because I'm confident, God willing, that after this video, your perspective on how money works will completely change. Let's enjoy this together. Peace be upon you. And welcome, my friend, to my channel, Books Where Music Meets Knowledge. The idea of this channel is simple. I read a book, and I give you its core value. So if you want the benefit of reading without actually reading, make sure you subscribe. In the previous video, we explained the introduction of the book. And if you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend you go back and watch it first. We reached the point where Rich Dad told Robert Kiyosaki, "I'm going to teach you the first lesson out of the 6 lessons that will lead you to wealth." This first lesson, my friend, literally changed my life. I'm not saying I became rich overnight, of course not. There's no Aladdin's lamp here. But my entire view of money completely changed. My future plans changed after I truly understood this one sentence. Today, there is an amount of money in my bank account that I never, even in my wildest dreams, imagined I'd see one day sitting there. Believe me, my friend, the person talking to you right now used to be completely broke. Seriously, broke. I might tell you the story of my poverty another time, but for now, know this. Everything changed because of this one idea. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. Rich people don't work 8 hours a day, or 12 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week, 11 months a year, just to earn money. That's not how rich people think. Rich people make money work for them. They own assets that work on their behalf. Businesses, shops, stocks, bonds, real estate, and intellectual property. Like books that are written once, then printed and sold worldwide. Money works for them. That's what being rich really means. I swear, if you think deeply about this sentence, it will completely change your future plans. Personally, I used to believe that my job was my main source of income, my strongest, and most important one. Sure, I believed I should start a business one day, but still, my job was the priority. I invested in courses, training programs, certificates, all to improve my career and increase my monthly salary. That was my plan. That was my future. Then I read this sentence. I thought about it deeply, and I realized it was true. Rich people don't think about getting a job. They don't think about working 30 days just to earn a paycheck. Rich people think about how to take the paycheck earned by someone who works 30 days. That's the difference. So the summary of lesson 1 is simple. The rich don't work for money. Money works for them. I assume, my friend, that you believe in this saying. Your reactions to the situations in your life are what shaped the life you're living today. What does that mean? Let me explain. From the day you were born until today, you've gone through many situations. In each situation, you had to react in a certain way. And those reactions shaped your future. For example, imagine someone who loses a very dear person. That reaction will shape their future. Some people grieve for a while, then move forward with life. Others live trapped in endless sadness until their life completely stops. Dreams fade, energy disappears, and hope dies. You know people like that. Here's another example. Imagine you're 20 years old, just finished high school, and you receive a very attractive job offer in the United States, but with a 30-year commitment contract. You can't leave the company for 30 years. Your reaction to that offer will shape your future. If you reject it, you'll likely stay in your home country, searching for another job. If you accept it, you'll probably move to the US, live there, get married there, have children there, and your kids might even become US citizens. Your reaction shapes your destiny. Apply this idea to every situation you've faced in your life. The life you're living today and the circumstances around you are largely the result of the reactions you chose. So you might ask, what does this have to do with lesson one? Here's the connection. After that important conversation between Robert Kiyosaki and his rich dad, Robert went home and said he didn't tell his real father that he was going back to work at the store for free. Why? Because his real dad had a poor mindset and wouldn't understand the purpose behind it. After 3 weeks for the first time, Mike's dad, the rich dad, pulled up in front of the store. He had never shown up before. He came in, bought ice cream for the boys, and took them to a nearby park. While they were eating, he asked, "So, how's work? How's it going without pay?" They immediately knew he was preparing to teach them something. They said everything was fine. He replied, "Good, I can see you understood the lesson. This is for your own benefit. I don't want you to fall into the job trap like Mrs. Martin." He explained that even though she was over 45 years old and a manager, she still had to line up every Saturday to report to him. Sometimes he approved her work, sometimes he didn't. She had chosen that life, and he didn't want the boys to make the same choice. They defended her, saying she was respectable and earned her salary honestly. He agreed, but said it wasn't the best life she could have had. Then he made them an offer, 25 cents an hour. They refused. Then, $1 an hour. They refused. Then $5 an hour in 1956. Adult men didn't earn that much back then. They still refused. They knew it was a trap. That's when Rich Dad explained the key lesson. People are controlled by two emotions, desire and fear. Desire makes us want things. Fear makes us afraid of having no money. The difference between the rich, the middle class, and the poor is how they react to these two emotions. Most people react by looking for a job. Rich people react by creating or owning something that generates money. And this doesn't mean jobs are bad. Everyone usually starts with a job, and that's fine. The real message is this: never believe that a job is your safe, lifelong source of income. What he really wants to say is this: even if you currently have a job, or you're actively looking for a job just to earn money, that's okay. But the moment you get a job, you should immediately start thinking about how to build projects and eventually free yourself from that job. Start thinking about how to make money work for you instead of you working for money. That's the core message. That's why, my friend, I talked to you earlier about reactions. Your reaction today is what will shape your future tomorrow. Robert Kiyosaki mentions in his second book, The Business of the 21st Century, that after his net worth reached $3 million, his business collapsed. He didn't just fall below the poverty line, he went completely bankrupt. He even became homeless and lived on the streets. He says that during that time, his brothers came to him and said, "Robert, you have a strong resume. You worked for prestigious companies and government institutions. You can easily get a job today and earn money." He says his answer was always no. Even his wife said no. They lived homeless in their car for a period of time, without looking for a job, because they were focused on figuring out how to start a business from scratch and generate money. Eventually, they found the right project, and after 10 years, they became wealthy again. The message Kiyosaki wants to deliver from this story is that he learned not to respond to fear and desire by looking for a job. So, the key message you must keep in mind is this: a job is not a secure source of income, and it is not the best solution for earning money. If you have a job today, take advantage of the salary as much as you can, even though that salary is often trapped by obligations and expenses. And this is exactly what Rich Dad warned about. He said you'll see people earning very high salaries, thousands every month, yet they're drowning in debt. So there is a real problem with relying on salary alone, and you must understand it. After finishing this lesson, Rich Dad told them, use your brain, think, look for ways to make money without working for money. They went home, returned to work at the store, and his words kept echoing in their minds. The rich don't work for money. Money works for them. Use your brain. One day, a delivery truck arrived at the store, bringing magazines and children's comic books. After Mrs. Martin took her order, the driver gave her an extra box of magazines for free. They were promotional copies, not allowed to be sold, only displayed. Mrs. Martin explained that they usually stored them and occasionally gave them away as free gifts. Mike and Robert started thinking, what can we do with these magazines? Then an idea hit them. They asked Mrs. Martin if they could use the magazines. She agreed, on one condition: they must never sell them. They took the magazines to Mike's house. Under the staircase, an unused space, like in many homes, they cleaned it, organized shelves, and turned it into a children's reading library. They invited kids from the neighborhood and school and charged 10 cents to enter and read as many magazines as they wanted for 2 hours, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Back then, one magazine cost 10 cents. Now, kids paid 10 cents and read dozens. The idea exploded. Their weekly income reached $9 per week. They even hired Mike's younger sister as the librarian and paid her $1 per week. They worked at the store for free but had money working for them at Mike's house. The project lasted 3 months before collapsing due to a fight among the kids. Basically their version of a pandemic. But the lesson was learned. The lesson was clear. The best way to earn money is to build something that works for you. Now listen carefully, my friend. First, change starts with changing your mindset. You must start seeing money differently. A job can be a bridge, but it is not the true path to wealth. If you want to become wealthy, you must think about how to make money work for you. Second, you will not become rich overnight, and you will not get there without effort. But the effort I mean is building projects, not just working a job. Let me give you my personal example. After reading this book, I decided to build intellectual property. Content, especially on social media and YouTube, is money that works for you. Right now, I've been filming for over an hour. I'll spend more hours editing. Then I'll upload this video. Today, each video earns me about $1 per week. Tomorrow, views increase. Subscribers grow. Ads increase. That dollar becomes $1 per day. Then $30 per month. Then $300. Then $3,000. There are people on YouTube earning far more than that, and they show their numbers. It's real. They worked hard and earned the results. Your project doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be books, a product you make and sell, food you cook and sell, a small product that grows into an online store, then a physical store. Every effort pays off, God willing. Now here's something important. Your salary is not payment for your effort. You are selling your time. You sell 8 hours a day, and that's what you're paid for. That's why you'll see 2 employees. One works extremely hard, the other barely works, and both earn the same salary. Because both sold the same 8 hours. Once I understood this, I started preparing for the day I could resign. Not immediately because I have responsibilities, but I started building income streams. Instead of selling 1/3 of my life to someone else's projects, I work on my own. 30 videos a month today can become money tomorrow. Think differently. Don't underestimate any project. Water it today and it will grow tomorrow. You deserve a decent life. So after this video ends, think. Today. Tomorrow. For a week. A month. How can you make money work for you? This is the end of Lesson 1. Lesson 2 is coming next. If this video helped you, share it. You might change someone's life. Like the video, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram for shorter content. Thank you for your time, your most valuable asset. Peace be upon you.